G'day everyone, it is the Captain. Welcome back to the channel. A big thank you, of course, to each and every one of you that like and subscribe to these videos and you share them, say it with me, around the world with all of your buddies, all of your pals, and all of your mates. Big thank you to Mo Taser for sending this video through to me via my email. We haven't done a bloody video like this before. This is a Sovcit in a courtroom. We haven't done a courtroom video. Oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be so good. Well, not for them, obviously, but for us, it's going to be awesome. Again, not so much for them. To them, it's like getting a broken thermometer just jammed right up there, you know what I mean? But for us, it's got to be bloody good. Here's the deal. He's been told to front court a few times, but finally, he's there. What's going to happen? Let's find out.
Jesus Christ is King.
All right, cause number 231293303 and 2312934.
Aren't you going to take a seat?
No, I'd rather stand.
Well, it's your hearing, sir.
Is it okay if I stand? Is there something wrong?
Why do you have to stand so close to him?
The sign there that says no standing.
Oh, well, okay. I just know I was subject to those rules. I didn't agree to it. Anyway,
Okay, so there's a bench warrant.
You know, I'm just going to take the seat. You can
thank you.
sit right here if that makes us a little more comfortable.
Is it uncomfortable if I stand up, Your Honor?
Well, depends on how you're going to act or behave today.
I'll have a seat.
Okay, so you failed to appear for court multiple times in this case.
So depressing horseshit Darren here has already tried his hands at challenging the authority of the court. Oh, no standing sign. Well, I didn't consent to that. Fucking blah, 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 fucking blah, blah, blah. This knob gobbler doesn't get it, does he? The closest thing you've ever had to a brainstorm, mate, was someone using a garden hose to wash bird shit off their windows, right? That's as close as you've ever had to a fucking brainstorm. How many times do you want to be arrested? You're collecting charges like a fucking Pokemon card for dumb fucks.
Now, Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name.
Oh, here we go.
And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record. And that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name. And the registered trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and there's an act of identity theft, and that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud. I have that in court certified documents with me today as well. It should be on the record.
Listen to this lawyer. Listen to him.
A registered trade name.
Oh, here we go.
And the
That's his. Oh, here we go. A registered trade name, you fucking muppet. Oh, I've got court certified documents that says that this case is a fraud. Mate, printing shit off the internet doesn't make them court certified. Oh, the plaintiff is a bloody foreign-owned corporation. Oh my God, this is what happens when your family tree only has one fucking branch. So, after all of this piss baby tactics doesn't pay off, does the judge just agree and go, well, you're fucking right, big fella. I'll apologise for everything that's happened and you're free to go. I bet she fucking doesn't. Also, watch the lawyer's face during this proceeding. It is fucking priceless.
May, Your Honor? Just a minute, please.
I just may add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Okay, so on the 9304, I am going to quash that one. He was in RALJ appeal status, and so I'm going to quash that one. But I do want to hear from the state on the 303 matter.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2020. June 29th, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
Objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation, and the prosecutor is not licensed to practice law in this country.
Okay, so I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail, and you believe that he didn't comply with jail because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
That was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused.
I understand. Let me relook that he had not, as was the state's understanding, that he had not served the jail time.
And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today.
Dude, you're the defendant. You, not a piece of paper with your name on it. Fucking you, mate. It's like looking at yourself in the mirror going, well, obviously it's not me, it's this guy. It's the same fucking thing. I love how this judge doesn't even acknowledge his bullshit and just kept talking to the state attorney. You do you, buddy, because there is no woman or man on earth that will. Your argument is as dull as a fucking Amish porno.
And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter. And so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as firsthand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name, matter of public record, and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right. So can you upload a new commitment? Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
What in the actual fuck are you on about? When you said this shit out loud, did you truly believe it? Did you really think, hey, this is gonna work? This is a fucking great idea. No one cares if you're a fucking sovereignty of fucktardia, right? Oh, I can't go to jail. My name's on a bus pass, and therefore, on the record even, is property of the bus company. Notwithstanding to fucking Herbis Corpus, Oompa Loompa, cross my heart, any, mini, miny, mo. What the fuck are you on about? Whatever doesn't kill you just really annoys us. Mate, keep playing. Just keep playing, because we all know where this is headed. This is headed to a game of fuck around and find out.
Okay, so with respect to the 304 matter, which is still pending, what's your position on the warrant, Ms. Fredenberg?
The state was going to ask for that warrant to be served.
Objection to jurisdiction. The state has never proven any jurisdiction and has no jurisdiction or standing. So any requests or statements from any representative from the state are a nullity and a fraud. If jurisdiction is challenged, it must be established on the record. And it hasn't been, and it still isn't. You can do it now if you like, if you can.
Okay, so Mr. Haywood, you failed to appear many times in both of these matters, had many warrants quashed, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not confident that you're going to come back to court given the history here of failing to appear.
I will agree to come back to court on behalf of the defendant. The appearance fiasco was simply because the communication between the acting prosecutor at the time and myself. I have plenty of emails. So in one case, he said he was just going to reschedule with the judge. I told him, reschedule whenever you want. I'll go ahead and be there, and I'll bring the defendant with me. And next thing you know, there was a warrant for a failure to appear. So there's been plenty of fun and games with the acting prosecutor at the time. So it wasn't just a matter of not bringing the defendant to the court. The prosecutor was intentionally sabotaging the scheduling process.
Once again, and with meaning this time, you psychotic penguin fucker, you fuckstick, you are the defendant. That's why you came to court today and just dropped off a fucking, piece of paper that had your name on it. You're fucking there, right? You sound like a walrus with a fucking brain hemorrhage, right? I would make a comparison between you and a beached whale, but fucking people seem to like whales. But you know what? You are kind of the human version of that whale the government blew up a few years back. Actually, that was pretty funny to see. So I take that back. You're not that funny. You're just funny looking.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't handle scheduling, the court does. So the court ordered you to be here and then you weren't. So.
Objection, the court ordered the defendant to be here. I am simply bringing the defendant to the court to help try to solve the problem. The fact that the registered trade name remains as a named defendant is an act of identity theft and fraud, and that's probably why the state has acquiesced that the case is a fraud. I have the documentation here with me today in case if they decided not to upload it to the court record.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself. Or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself, and you were convicted, and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. I'm going to serve the warrant, and so we need a pretrial date, Madam Clerk.
There's no jurisdiction yet been proven or standing. Are we going to continue? That would be an act of fraud and treason.
Oh, smart move, cockbagger! Challenge the judge's jurisdiction. Yeah, they fucking love that. This is the face. Look at this face, all right? This is a face that says, the fuck you just say? I know people say that you can be anything in this world, but mate, you didn't have to go and become a trash pile fire. Look at you, right? You're bad for all of the senses. Oh, you know what's actually good for all your senses, though? Audrey Plaza. Yeah, she came to visit me. Oh, she smelt like cinnamon. She sounded like angels making a sandwich. She looked like a goddess that was just sent down to earth to pour beer down my throat, right? And she feels like silk on a nice warm day. She tasted like a rusty coin, but, it happens.
Your Honor.
That's a felony. That's an arrestable offense.
I put both of them in one of our.
Well, we don't need anything on the 303. He's just going to serve a sentence.
Okay.
We just need the 304, and
Yes,
I
I have
see
the
that.
defendant here with me today. You can take him to the jail if you like.
So your next court date is going to be September 13th. We probably need to change that since I'm taking him into custody. So do we have anything in August?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Are you testifying that I am the defendant under penalties of perjury?
I'm not testifying to anything.
Good. And here's the defendant right here.
All right.
Your Honor, we can do August 24th at 10:30.
All right, I can change that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So August 24th at 10:30 in the morning will be your next court date.
I will be here with the defendant, no problem.
You're going to serve those 4 days, and then you'll be released, and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I love it. She set up another court date for him. Oh, I just love how fucking Corporal Turd Cutter here is about to serve fucking 4 days in jail. He's blasé about it all, like he thinks he can still get out of this somehow. Mate, if your IQ was a little bit higher, you could pass for an idiot.
I won't be here for the defendant on August 24th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any standing
with the defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has been proven. And neither has the identity of the defendant definitively been established.
Okay, please go take a seat. Sonia Sesko, customer 231024002. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet.
Please sit down.
Are you threatening me with violence?
I'm asking you to sit down.
Bravo, shit stain! You showed her! Also, I'm pretty sure filming on your phone in a court is kind of a no-no. Oh, fuck me. If you were any dumber, right, the jail staff would have to water you twice a day.
You only have authority over the defendant. You have no authority.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood?
You're escaping?
I got things to do.
No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of that?
Okay, well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do.
Any more gutless, you would be dead. Axel, tough, I have things to do. You know, it's 9:39 in the morning and the elementary school down the road comes out for playtime and my van won't park itself. Yeah, it's all about branding, your worship. How will the kids know about my free kittens and feel-ups, right? If I'm not there, fucking someone else is going to take my spot. Oh, it's all about branding. I need to be there day in and day out, or how will everyone know that I'm a pedophile? Right? Go fuck yourself, Chrome Dome. You have the sex appeal of a billy goat on meth. Dead set, I think it's time to play our favourite game of fuck around and find out.
Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my voice.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
So, give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put into custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem here.
Christopher Sanborn's matter. We're here today on
That's not me.
Who's that?
The name is saying, but that's my registered trade
Let me
name.
go over that with him.
I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good. We're
You want
gonna take care of
it?
it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the defendant, technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything present.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can figure it out when we get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms. But she does need to file a notice of
For someone that isn't the defendant, he sure as hell didn't put up a fight, did he? It's almost like he knew that his bullshit wasn't going to work. Enjoy penis sandwiches, you fuckfag. Oh, fuck me. Well, that brings brings us to the end of another great video. I hope you've had a bit of fun. I hope you've had a bit of a laugh. I hope that you've hit that like button. I hope that you've subscribed. And I really, really fucking hope that you've taken your shirt off and got naked if you want, because that's what we do here on this channel. Well, I've got to get going. There's a couple of things I've got to do today. Actually, before I get going, let me tell you about my hometown, right? I went back and saw my hometown not overly long ago. You've seen the video here on this channel. And I caught up with a couple of really nice people, one of which is actually a great friend of this channel. Anyway, I'm hanging around the house, driving around, if you will, later in the night, and I see a guy leaning up against the door of his own house. He's got his penis out and he's pissing up against his own door. Yeah, pissing up against his own door. Then he pulled his keys out, unlocked the door, and went inside. That's the type of hometown I've got. I want to share a couple of thoughts with you before I get going though, right? The thing I don't get about pedophilia, right, is why the hell all these kids find old men in dirty raincoats so sexy. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not a politically correct joke, and political correctness has taken over this world, and I'm taking it back. I'm here to cut everyone back down to size. I am the voice of the voiceless, after all, right? And this is my thing, right? Being too politically correct these days, it's polluting the world. People are frightened to laugh. People are frightened to have their own opinions. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to cut down political correctness where it stands. Because remember, political correctness used to be referred to as stupid gay spastic talk. All right.